I'd like to welcome and call to order the Audit Subcommittee for September 22nd, 2020. I'm Chairman of the Audit Subcommittee, Joe Leathers. I'd like to take the roll call now for the Commission members. Jim Eggleston, Leo Vermedal.
Yes.
We have a quorum. For the record, there are 2 members present, 1 member attending by teleconference and 1 absent. Due to Governor Greg Abbott's March 13, 2020 proclamation of a state of disaster affecting all counties in Texas due to the coronavirus COVID-19 and the Governor's March 16, 2020 suspension of certain provisions of the Texas Open Meetings Act, this meeting of the Texas Animal Health Audit Subcommittee is being held by teleconference as authorized under the Texas Government Code, Chapter 551. At this time, I ask that all public attendees' microphones be muted until such a time as public comment is requested or the individual is called upon or wishes to speak. Also, because this meeting is held by live audio and teleconference, all individuals must identify themselves by first and last name and indicate if they represent themselves or an organization before speaking. Any individual who is requesting to speak on a specific agenda item or during the public comment period must press 3 to raise their hand, signifying they wish to speak. You will be unmuted at that time and provided with your opportunity to speak, and once finished, placed on mute again. Once you are through speaking, please press 3 to lower your hand. Now we'll take roll call for public participants providing public comment. Are there any public participants wishing to sign up to speak on the agenda item? If you wish to speak, please press 3 to raise your hand to be called on.
Star 3.
Star 3. Seeing or hearing none, we will move to agenda item 4. Approval of the June 23rd, 2020 meeting minutes. Do I have a motion to approve?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the June 23rd, 2020 meeting minutes as discussed today.
And I will second the motion. Is there any discussion? Leo, would you state your first and last name, please?
Leo Vermedal.
Leo Vermedal made the motion. Commissioner Leathers, Joe Leathers, seconded it. Is there any request for public comment? Okay. Let's move to agenda item 5. Stephenville Region Office Internal Audit Report.
Commissioner, let's take a vote on the minutes to approve.
Okay. All in favor of approving the minutes?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Hearing no objection, the motion passes. Agenda item 5, Stephenville Region Office Internal Audit Report, is going to be brought by Mr. Mundy Rufus.
Okay. Good morning, Chairman and Commissioners. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Thank you for being here, Mr. Rufus.
Thank you. Well, this is Mundy Rufus with Mundy Rufus and Company, PC. My associate, Robert Gonzalez, is also connected. We conducted an internal audit of the Stephenville Region Office of the Texas Animal Health Commission with respect to reliability, integrity of information, compliance with rules, policies, procedures, laws, regulations, safeguarding of assets, and economical and efficient use of resources, and accomplishment of established goals, established objectives and goals for operation as of July 23rd, 2020. The results of our test disclosed that generally the region office has controls in place to ensure the reliability and integrity of information, compliance with rules, policies, procedures, laws, and regulations, safeguarding of assets, economical and efficient use of resources, and accomplishment of established objectives and goals for operation. We noted an opportunity to enhance the established processes at the region office. Go to page 4 of the report, where we have the internal audit results. The Stephenville office has controls in place to ensure reliability and integrity of information, compliance with rules, policies, procedures, laws, regulations, safeguarding of assets, accomplishment of established objectives and goals for operation. However, we noted the operations may be strengthened by improving monitoring of data entry into the SCS system. Page 5 of the report, where we have our finding, the data entry into the SCS system should be independently verified or monitored by independent person to ensure accuracy, reliability, integrity of data, and promotes accountability. We noted that monitoring of data entry into the SCS system was not conducted during fiscal year 2019. The Texas Animal Health Commission has an agency-wide policy that requires consistent monitoring of data entry into the SCS system, but management of the region indicated that due to extensive workload during fiscal year 2019, they were unable to conduct monitoring of data entered by the administrative staff. Basically, the information is entered by the administrative staff, and that information is monitored by management within the region office. So we did select a sample of data entry transactions for fiscal year 2019 from the SCS system and traced to supporting documentation, but we noted no exceptions. In essence, the information that was entered into the system was accurate based on the result of the sample selection that we did. However, the lack of consistent monitoring of data entry makes it difficult to establish accountability and does not provide reasonable assurance on the accuracy of the data being entered and the reports generated and used by the Animal Health Commission. So our recommendation is that the region office management should consistently perform monitoring of data entry into the SCS system to ensure proper accountability and accuracy of the data. The monitoring should be documented in the data accuracy monitoring summary reports. We do have a response there coming from the management of the region office. The objective number 2, their compliance with policies, procedures, laws, and regulations. We did determine that the region office has a system in place to ensure that staff activities comply with policies and procedures. We also noted that annual performance evaluations are being conducted by the region office on each employee as required by the Commission's Policies and Procedures Manual. Also, timely EEO training is being received by all Stephenville region office employees as required by the Commission's Policies and Procedures Manual. We also noted that the region office has training procedures for new inspectors. Safeguarding of assets, which is the objective number 3, it's on page 7 of the report. We did obtain the Stephenville region office fixed asset inventory listing as of January 31st, 2020, and randomly tested 15 of the 114 fixed asset tags. All fixed assets were properly accounted for by the employees assigned the fixed assets, and all personal inventory items tested and verified appeared to be properly secured. Objective number 4, economical and efficient use of resources. We did determine that the region office provides each inspector the Commission's operations manual, which was very important. Also, weekly activity reports are being timely submitted electronically by the inspectors. And objective number 5, which is accomplishment of established objectives and goals for operation. We did note that the e-permits issued by the Program Regions Department at the Commission Central Office and forwarded to the Region Office for field inspectors to verify are being verified by the inspectors within 30 days of being issued, as required by Texas Administrative Code. There's ongoing communication is conducted between the Region Office and the inspectors through phone calls, emails, or face-to-face. We'll be more than happy to answer any questions that you may have related to the report.
Mr. Mundy, what kind of data is it that we're talking about that wasn't being put into the system and secured?
There's different types of data that the market data, inspection data that's being collected by the region. That information is entered into that SES system, and that system is being used by the central office, to generate reports. The goal there is to make sure that that information that is entered into that system is accurate. So if one person is entering that information into the system and then self-checking themselves, that would not be a very good control. So it would be nice for somebody else other than the person entering that information to verify, just to make sure that the information being entered is correct. We noted that issue a few years back, and as a result, the central office established a system to ensure consistent monitoring. It's just in 2019 they were not able to do it, which I will attribute to the fact, that they moved to a different location from Lampasas and all that. So with all the workload they had, according to management at the region office, they were not able to do it in 2019. But what we did was to assure ourselves that the information being entered was accurate. We selected a sample of some of the items entered and traced to supporting documentations, and we noted no exceptions. So the mere fact that we noted no exceptions does not mean that the information is going to be accurate consistently. So that's why it's very important for someone to verify that information on a consistent basis, to make sure that the information that is being used by the Texas Animal Health Commission is accurate at all times.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.
Do I have a motion to approve the Stephenville Region Office Internal Audit Report?
This is Commissioner Vermidal. Mr. Chairman, I move that we approve the Stephenville Regional Office Internal Audit Report as discussed today.
And I'll second it. Commissioner Leathers seconded it. Is there any discussion? I'd like to remind everyone that they need to state their name before speaking. Is there any public comment? If there is, we will unmute each person one at a time. Once your line is unmuted, please state your first and last name. If you represent yourself or an organization, and begin your comment. You will have 3 minutes to speak on agenda item 5. Please remember to press 3 to lower your hand when you're through speaking. Hearing no request to speak, let's see. I need a vote to approve it. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Passes. The next item on the agenda is public comment. We have received no written comments, written by email or anything else prior to the meeting. We will now open the meeting for public comment. If you would like to make a comment, please raise your hand by pressing *3. We will unmute each person one at a time. Once your line is unmuted, please state your first and last name. If you represent yourself or an organization and begin your comment, you will have 3 minutes to speak. Once you have finished speaking, please press *3 to lower your hand. Is there any public comment? Hearing no public comment, if there is no further business on the agenda today, I ask for a motion to adjourn.
This is Commissioner Vermidal. I so move.
And Commissioner Leather seconds it. We are adjourned.